So I've just got back from Geneva and I was about to post the sub 300, the DOXA sub 300 beta Sharkhunter. And whilst I was in Geneva, I took the video of the watch, and at the end of the video, my fault, I had forgotten to take a photograph that I could use for the thumbnail and that sort of thing. But earlier in the day, I'd actually been sat next to Edocs, the CEO of DOXA. And at that time, I was looking at the watch and I thought it was very cool. And he very graciously allowed me to take a photo of the watch on his wrist. And then I made him model the watch, and the photo looked so good that I thought to myself, I'm going to use that as the thumbnail. So the photograph that you see, that's Edocs, the CEO of DOXA. And I thought it was cool, so I thought I would preface the video with this to explain. So hello, and DOXA have very kindly invited me in to take a look at their new sub 300 beta. Is that correct?
Yes. Okay,
so there's a very helpful lady in the background here, and she's going to correct me, and if my details aren't that good. But one of the things I was most I wanted to capture, and it's why I've set up my camera like this, is because I've got the watch in natural light coming through the window, and I can tell you it's super. Now, the lady in the background is probably going to give me some details now. Can I ask, what's the brief background to this watch?
Well, the sub-concept first at DOXA has been invented more than 50 years ago.
Yeah.
They were the first brand to introduce an helium valve for the general public.
Yes.
First, because before that it was only for the professionals.
Yes.
And very expensive for people. But DOXA made it accessible.
Yeah.
Then they also introduced the first colored dial, which was an orange dial. So everybody knows the sub 300 with the orange dial, because the visibility of the diving watch was better with the orange dial rather than to be black or grey or white.
Yeah.
They did the test in the Neuchâtel and Bienne Lake, actually. Then we relaunched the sub-concept less than 4 years ago.
Yeah.
We focused on the 300, which is the original diving watch at DOXA.
Yeah.
And this year we are coming with something a little bit special. Rather than to stay on a steel watch or the not regular, but colored dials that we used to have at DOXA, we went to a version that probably is a little bit more versatile. You can dive if you go for a weekend in Greece, Turkey, or Italy. When you're an aficionado of watches, you take probably a dive watch for the day.
That's right.
And an evening watch to go to the nightclub or drink or restaurant. You don't have to think about two watches when you have this one, because it's really easy. So it got all the technical features of the sub 300.
Yes.
So to give you just the main key points, it is waterproof, 300 meters.
Yes.
The movement, which is hours, minutes, seconds, and date, is COSC certified.
Yeah.
The case is done in black ceramic, matte, which is very light. I guess you have noticed it.
Yeah, because initially it gives you the appearance of it could be steel or titanium, but it's very unusual. But I can tell you, in the hand, it does feel very nice.
But it's light and soft.
Yeah. It's, I mean, in the hand, I can tell you, this is, it's lovely. And am I right in saying that the bezel is gold?
So the bezel is gold.
Ah.
So bezel is gold, 18 carats, 3N, so it's yellow but not too yellow.
Yeah.
The bezel and the crown.
Yeah.
They have also reduced a little bit the thickness of the case and the bezel.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look too massive.
No.
It's the same size, same diameter as the original Sub 300, which is 39.5 millimeter.
Yeah.
But the thickness has been a little bit reduced, over 1 millimeter.
Yeah, you can probably
see
that.
To make it more elegant and more thinner, thinner.
Yeah.
The buckle is has got an extension for the diving suit.
That's right.
Yes.
I've got it. Oh, that's lovely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you gain like 1.5 centimeters.
That's right.
So you can put it over on the top of your diving equipment.
Yeah.
There is the little DOXA fish.
That's right.
Engraved on it. So all the details.
I like the fish.
Yes. As well as in the back of the rubber strap.
Yeah. I noticed. I'm trying to capture because I can see it clearly here, so I'm just trying to capture it in the light. Oh yes, you've got the there's some ribbing here.
Yes.
And the little fish.
And still the little fish.
Yeah, I do like the little fish, and he's there again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you know, it really is nice in the hand, and I like the weight. I imagine that the weight comes from the solid gold.
Yes, it's light because this is ceramic. But the bezel and you can consider it as if you have a few watches and you have diving watches. You can
That's okay.
you can consider it like your gold version of diving watch. I'm going to take my gold version tonight, something like that. You know what I mean? But it's not as heavy as a gold watch.
No, okay, so I'm biased. I like precious metals and I don't mind heavy watches. So this appeals to me. But I can tell, that, yes, you probably can tell that the case is light. But yeah, so that's just my preference. But it feels nice, and I love the precious metal bezel.
Yes.
Is the crown precious metal as well?
Yes, as well.
Oh, wow.
18 carats gold, 3N, which is the color.
That's right. So I mean, so this is really it's a very smart. Okay, so I'm using my my silly words to describe it. But what I do like is the way that it in the hand, the way that it feels is super. The dial, on the video here. I don't think it's doing the dial justice, but the dial has this lovely texture, and you can see some black detailing on the dial, plus the black detailing of the hands that is super nice, and the second hand.
And have you seen that the DOXA signature, as well as the date, are very subtle? And this is like a little brilliant effect, but black on black. Which makes probably the dial not too busy.
That's right. It doesn't look busy at all, but you really do pick up the aesthetic of the black of the gold against the black colouring. But that is absolutely super, and because it's a rubber strap, it wears so lovely, and you can probably see how easy it was for me to fasten it like that, and that is lovely. And black and gold, I mean, gold's my thing, so I love gold watches anyway. But this is absolutely super.
And you can dive with it. With a good visibility, it goes to 300 meters. This is a real diving watch.
Yes. It is lovely. And hopefully I've caught this watch on camera. And I hope you can see what I can see, because it really is super, and I think it's a really surprising release from DOXA, and if you are already a DOXA fan, and you like the sub-range, this is brilliant. Hey, thank you very much. This is really, really super. It's a very nice watch. Thank you for showing me.
Thank you for visiting us.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.